Even as a pup, Bocker the Labradoodle pondered on where his life would lead. What was his purpose in life? Starting out as loving family pet, Bocker's love affair with the camera, his unlimited patience, and expressive head tilt made him a natural for print ad work, TV, and movies. His career took off and his popularity grew. His social media followers are now approaching 1 million, but Bocker always felt he is here for a reason and has meaningful work to do. A longtime champion of animal welfare, child advocacy, and volunteerism, Bocker continues to inspire young and old with his generosity of spirit towards humankind and his fellow fur folk. His story is a wonderful example of how compassion and random acts of kindness can truly make a difference in the lives of humans and animals alike. Diagnosed with lymphoma in December of 2014, Bocker wrote a very unexpected chapter in his life, calling it a bump in the road. Bocker has completed his chemotherapy and radiation and is in remission, taking a big bite out of cancer. His work far from done, Bocker has made it his mission to raise awareness to help cure pet cancer and be there to support and be a source of inspiration to all those whose lives he touches.
When Bocker joined our family as a 7-week-old little puppy, he was just that. He was a sweet, adorable addition to our family. Very, very soon, though, I started to notice that he was just a little different. He just seemed to be thinking, and his eyes were so human-like. And yes, that Bocker head tilt came built in. Everyone said he would be a natural for TV, magazines. Long story short, Bocker's first job was for Tommy Hilfiger, and his modeling career went on from there. I won't lie and say that I didn't enjoy it, but I really feel deep down inside Bocker loved when he was working. Therapy work came as a natural to him, and to see the smiles that he brought and just the swagger, the way he walked, his tail would wag, he'd seem like he was happy knowing that this was what he was supposed to do. No way did I ever think that over a year ago I was going to be told by his doctor that he had lymphoma. I didn't know which way to turn, what to do. I was in shock. But again, Bocker seemed to take the lead. In him, I knew there was something saying, okay, this is another part of my life, another way I can help. So let's just get on with it and get this phase done. Bocker is in remission now. He looks like a puppy again. He's happy to be back doing his therapy work. And still amazes me the amount of smiles that he brings. I am humbled and in awe of the comments and wonderful things that friends have had to say about him. And it amazes me the amount of lives that he has touched, but he has taught me so much about love, trust, compassion, and forgiveness. To this day, I feel he is still leading me down the right path, the path I'm supposed to travel, and that as long as I follow in his paw prints, I will be fine. What an honor it is to be Bocker's mom.
This guy, Bocker, we all love and know him, and I've had the privilege of spending so much time with my buddy. He makes everybody smile, he makes you feel good, and his personality is second to none. He's just a lover, loves being with people. You just look at a picture of Bocker, and there's Marie, and you smile, right? And he is the reason that so many of us feel good each and every day. All you do is look at Bocker's picture and you smile.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Bocker, for enriching my life and so many others in all, and I mean all, that you do. Fighting through cancer and still managing a bark and a wag of the tail and a wave of the paw. That's the spirit that you bring. Thank you, Marie, for all that you do. You and Bocker, you're the dynamic duo. It is about pet parents and pet kids doing everything.
I remember meeting Bocker for the first time at the Richmond Fun Fair, and I was asking, how did he get his name? And you explained, the Knickerbockers, your favorite team.
Right.
So that's our first encounter with Bocker, and Bocker's been coming to visit him at his day program
Mm-hmm.
for a number of years, I'd say 3 years now.
Okay.
And Timmy was apprehensive with dogs until he met Bocker. And I think that Bocker settled him down and got him acclimated to.
Anytime we call him and talk to him, anytime we see him, he would love Bocker to ride the bus back and forth to the program. He would love Bocker to live in his home with him.
Right. Well, we know he's made a difference, and I'm very grateful for that. And he's brought wonderful people into our lives, so we're lucky to know you too. And Ken, what do you feel about Bocker? You become good friends.
Oh yeah, and I like his name too because I'm his friend.
Okay. Anything else you like to say about Bocker?
He's cute.
He's cute. Thank you.
Look into his eyes, I see a person in there. Oh, he's so special.
Thank
We're
you.
very appreciative of
Special.
everything he does for us.
Just wave and say, "Hey for Bocker." How about
Team Bocker.
Bocker and of course his mom Marie have been wonderful, caring, and non-judgmental, dear friends to us since around Christmas time in December 2012. We met them after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, where my son went to school and was a first grader that year. They came to town as a therapy dog, not with any of the other groups of therapy dogs, but on their own. And we happened to run into them and meet them. We ended up becoming friends online and keeping in touch. And ever since, we have done a lot together, had fun together, thanks to Bocker's wonderful mom, Marie. My son Glenn and I have had many experiences we might not likely have had otherwise. Glenn's favorite was going to his first Broadway show, Annie, and we got to go backstage and meet the dogs of the play, which was really cool. Bocker is the important guy here, and all I can say is he's got a heart of gold. He's always there for a hug, for a kiss, of course, even though his mom says Bocker is not much of a snuggler. I think he will definitely snuggle with his best pal, Glenn. He made Glenn just feel comfortable and safe whenever he was around, and that was a wonderful thing. So he really bonded with Bocker on the outside, which was great. Bocker was just a wonderful little guy, I should say big guy, to run into. I can't say enough about his mom Marie either. We've become wonderful friends. I don't know what my life, what it would be like without them now. There are times, no matter how bad, that things happen and people meet for a reason. What can I say? Bocker is our hero. He's the most mellow, sweet, warm, safe guy you can meet. That's it. We love you guys. Bye.
Hi, Bocker. I have your shirt on. Not only did I want to thank you, but I want to let my puppies thank you too for being the kind of wonderful guy that you are, for helping people who really need you. And I can tell that when you walk in, you make them smile all day, and I'm sure they hate for you to leave. So yes, you are a therapy dog, but you know what? All of you guys are therapy dogs, because these I call my aspirin when I come home from work. There's nothing better than a wonderful dog like you.
Hey Bocker, Renee Felice Smith here. I just wanted to congratulate you on all you've done in effort to end pet cancer. You are an inspiration to all my dogs. My dogs love you. We're all talking about you. We're constantly saying, Bocker, he's the dude. He's the dude we aspire to be more like. You spread love, you spread joy, you spread happiness, and that's what it's all about. You make this world a better place, and we love you. And we love your mom, too. Bye!
Hi, Bocker. It's Monica. I
just want to say thank you so much for all that you do and putting so many smiles on everyone's faces, kids and adults alike. And just thank you, and I hope that you're doing well. I'm so happy to see that you are back and running around and doing your thing and just being Bocker. So the world is a better place with you, Bocker, and we love that.
Hi, it's Maria Melito. Bocker the Labradoodle is my second favorite dog, and I have to say that because I have to be kind to my dogs being the first. But I am so happy that Bocker bit cancer because he needs to be here. Bocker makes people smile, he makes people happy, he makes people feel good. I love Bocker.
Hey, Bocker, it's Lou and Joey here on top of Burbank. We just wanted to say hey, and we wanted to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for not just the kindness you show to children and adults, but the kindness you show to animals too. We love you, buddy. Say hey to your mom for us and take care of her, and we will see you as soon as we can.
I'm Lorenzo Borghese, and I met Bocker probably about 8 years ago when Bocker filmed for me a web series called America's Next Princess. And when I met Bocker, not only did I think he was a beautiful dog, but very compassionate and extremely well behaved and very close to his owners. And when I found out that Bocker was also a therapy dog, I felt that was the best thing Bocker could be, because Bocker just has a very special way about him that makes him great around people, around children, and anyone that needs any type of help and support. Bocker has touched a lot of lives, including mine, and I'm glad to say Bocker is a friend.
Hi, this is Lisa here at the SPCA of Westchester and Briarcliff Manor, and I just wanted to send our best wishes and a big shout out to one of our great friends, Bocker, who's been an amazing supporter of the shelter here. Whether it's attending an event or sharing some of our animals that need new homes on social media, Bocker's been a wonderful supporter, and we're so lucky to have him as part of our shelter team promoting all of our animals. And Bocker does great work in the community, so many of us are very lucky to have him.
Thank you for letting me be part of this video. I just want to say I was so lucky to meet Marie and Bocker 10 years ago at the Dog Academy Awards, needless to say. I was mesmerized the minute I met that dog. I was like practically tripping over his mom to take pictures with him on the red carpet, like knowing De Niro. So I just want to say I've become very close to Marie. I am now Aunt Lisa to Bocker. How lucky am I? And you have done so much to help the animals of the world, the people who really need you. You cheer up everyone in your presence. And you've inspired us now with your cancer battle and how well you're doing. You look like a puppy. I love you so much. Thank you for letting me be part of your life and a part of this testimonial to you. Love you guys.
There are so many words to explain Bocker. He's kind, he's gorgeous, calm, amazing, and he's a really good kisser. I can attest, he really is the best smoocher in town. We met Bocker a few years ago in the summer at an animal advocacy and adoption event in Manhattan, and we fell in love straight away. He stuck out of the crowd. He's one of those dogs who stands out. He has such a great, wonderful nature. His mama is amazing. We love Marie. And he just has this glint in his eye, this beautiful sparkle, and of course, the kisses. He is an amazing dog who is doing so much for the community. Not only is he supporting and giving love and comfort to those in need, kids, elderly, and everyone in between, in hospitals and in different places, but he's also teaching people that animals, dogs, cats, bunnies, they can all be part of your family, and they should be. They're not just a pet, they're your child, it's your sibling, it's your best friend. And we know that Bocker is all of those things to Marie. And for us, he's one of our best friends too. We love you, Bocker.
Hi, Bocker. It's Karen Smith. I hope you're doing well today. I just want to say thank you so much. I so enjoy your Instagram posts, and each and every time I see one, I just have such joy and happiness in my heart. So I just wanted to say, hello, and I hope everything's going well for you. And I'd really like to thank you for all that you do for everything that you do. I know you volunteer your time, incredible amount of time, and you do such wonderful things. And, you know, the world would be a better place if we had more doggies like you doing what you do. So I just want to say thank you again, and please give Mom a big kiss for me, okay? And I love you. Bye, Bocker.
Bocker has done so much good for the community. He has uplifted and inspired so many people. He has delivered nothing but joy and unconditional love and compassion to so many people and animals as well. Healed directly and indirectly. So many, brought so many people together and made this world a better place. What a joy. And no wonder he has such a big fan club, including me. We love you, Bocker.
Hey, this is Jamie Roberts, and I want to tell my story of how I met Bocker the Labradoodle and his wonderful mom Marie and his late dad Steve. I was an auctioneer at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society Gala one year, and of course Bocker was the guest of honor, appropriately so. I was lucky enough to be sitting at the same table with them. We became fast friends, mainly because I was bathed in kisses. Not from Marie or Steve, but from Bocker himself. He was so sweet and so wonderful, and so were his mom and dad. We quickly, truly became friends. I have been Team Bocker all the way, happy to be so. He has unconditional love, so much strength. He has beaten cancer and been an inspiration to so many. I love him and I love his mom, and I am so happy to be in their lives. Go Team Bocker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jerry Post, and Bocker is one of my favorite patients. I want to thank Marie for asking me to be part of this video and tribute to Bocker. Bocker has been my patient for the last year, and he has been in remission from his lymphoma for the entire year, and he's done remarkably well. He's handled chemotherapy like the champ that he is. Every time I would walk into the room with Bocker, he would look at me and smile, and I would immediately run over and give him kisses. He's a wonderful, wonderful dog, and I wish him and Marie all of the happiness in the world. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to do this video as a tribute to Bocker. Thank you.
Bocker is a star in his own right. He's appeared in movies and on ads. He's a superstar. But 3 years ago, Bocker decided to come to Portland to celebrate his 9th birthday with his buddies Zelda and Otis. So he came, and we had a birthday bash at the Heathman Hotel, which is Portland's Grand Dome Hotel. And I want to share with you a picture of Bocker when he was here. And there he is right next to Zelda's drinking fountain in front of the Heathman. And there you go. We had a wonderful birthday party. Then Bocker went home to New York. He was there and he was appearing in more ads and on more films. He unfortunately received the diagnosis that he had cancer. But with his dogged determination, Bocker went through chemo, radiation, and he won the battle. And during the entire process, he worked with children, with adults who were going through cancer treatments. He gave them hope. And what we all learned from Bocker was to never, never, never give up. And thank you, Bocker. We love you.
Hey Bocker, this is Stephanie, Diane, and Steve from the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals, and we wanted to send you a special message and tell you just how much you mean to us. We've gotten to know you over the years, and you're always there to lend a paw to help the animals in need.
Hey Bocker, you're an awesome dog, and every time I see you, you bring a smile to my face.
Bocker, the world's a better place because you're in it.
We love you, Bocker!
Hi, my name is Bill Berloni, and I'm a professional theatrical animal trainer and animal agent. I met Bocker very early in his life and his career. He was a handsome young actor, and I thought he had a lot of talent, so I worked with him on many jobs. But you know, Bocker discovered he had another calling in life. He could make people happy in a different way. He made so many people happy in person. He was actually a better people ambassador, and found that he could help more people one-on-one than with being in entertainment in a greater audience. So to watch a dog find his true calling one of a healer, one of a best friend. It's just a great thing to watch, and I'm so happy I got to work with Bocker and work with him throughout his life. I've seen him at many charity events, and he is one heck of a dog.
Hey there, you. I'm meteorologist Amy Freeze. Just want to give a big shout out to Bocker, the very first ever Big Dog Sunday. We love you for all your heart and soul. We wish you the very best.
We just wanted to say, and I'll start by saying, I met Bocker at yes, I love you too. I met Bocker at WABC in New York when I was working there, and that kiss says it all. From the minute we met, I knew he was a special dog with a special soul who loved everybody as much as everybody loved him. And whenever I think about Bocker, I smile.
Bocker has human eyes. You look into his eyes and you feel that he is someone very, very special, who we all love and are so lucky to have the chance to know. And what's so special about him is he's done such amazing things, and he's a Hollywood dog. He's a star. He's been in movies and commercials and ads, but it's his work with people as a therapy dog that it has just made everyone feel so good, and he's brought such happiness and joy to people, and that is amazing, and we love you for that, Bocker.
I'm so fortunate to have been able to meet Bocker and to be able to spend time with him. He's the most adorable, loving dog you'll ever meet, and the first time I met him at the station in New York, I fell in love with him because he's just special, and you can tell that from the moment that you meet him.
He's just so special to me because when he came to our house and Rosie was all scared of him and I was lying on the ground with him and we took pictures, it was just really special and awesome, and he's just awesome.
And he made Rosie feel so super comfortable, didn't he? And after a while, she wasn't afraid anymore.
And I think besides all that, all this love we have for Bocker, I think we have to thank Marie as well. Because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't know Bocker.
That's right.
And then we wouldn't have gotten to know Marie either. So
thank you, Marie.
Hugs and kisses. Thank you, Marie. We love you, Bocker.
Love you, Bocker.
There's a quote from a popular actor right now who says, "The only creatures that are evolved enough to convey pure love are dogs and infants." And if there's one way to describe Bocker, or one way that I think about Bocker, is that he conveys pure love. And like anyone who's ever met him, you can see that in his eyes. And you can absolutely see that in his actions. I met Bocker at a charity event for North Shore Animal League probably about 10 years ago, and actually the photo that I took with Bocker at that event is still to this day probably one of my favorite pictures that I have with dogs, and I have many, but that's definitely one of my favorites. But at that time we were both kind of hanging around with the same peculiar group of New York City doggy socialites, participating in doggy fashion show events and charity events, and we'd bump into each other at dog trade shows and other things going on in and around the city. But it wasn't until I got to know him a little bit better that I really realized that his work was a lot deeper, a lot more meaningful than walking runways and doggy proms and doggy weddings and that kind of thing. Again, he was doing great stuff there, and generally for great causes, of course. But I learned that Bocker had a bigger mission in his life, to spread love, to heal those who were hurting, to fight for other animals who couldn't fight for themselves. He's a special animal, and he's got this soul for creating good in this world that we live in, which can sometimes really seem broken. More important than him putting his tux on and looking handsome, and he does look very handsome, is that he spends time with specially abled people, helping them forget about the challenges of their limitations and putting smiles on their faces. It's amazing. Bocker does that. He helps young children who've been psychologically damaged from life experiences that no one should ever have to deal with or to endure. For that short time that he dedicates to them, their worries and their nightmares go away. Bocker does that. And for his dedication to being a spokesperson, or I guess a spokes dog, for activism to help bring attention to changes that are necessary to address animal abusers and neglect. Bocker does that. He's dedicated his life to bring joy to the lives of other people and other beings every day of his life, and even when he's living through his own heartbreak and the struggles that he's dealt with over the past 10 years, he still conveys that love. You may have heard another popular dog quote that goes, "The more people I meet, the more I like my dog." And I always kind of think, wouldn't it be an amazing world to live in if we felt about people the way that we feel about dogs, the way that we feel about Bocker? Or wouldn't it be an amazing world if we felt about people the way that Bocker feels about people? Bocker conveys pure love. So, it's been an amazing experience watching him and seeing what he does and seeing the joy that he brings to people. I think it would be unfair also not to recognize that while Bocker's soul is a soul that heals and that fights and spreads love, he's led by his heart. But I'm not talking about his physical heart, I'm talking about the heart on the other end of that leash. Marie, for all of the wonderful things that people think of when they think of Bocker, and while those of us that know him well know how much he loves that work, it goes without saying that none of what he's done would be possible without your love and your heart and your soul. Bocker is an amazing dog, but you are an amazing woman. I love you both, and again, it's been my pleasure to call you my dear friends.